Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV, and the fun is only beginning as the week ahead, and this is the betting show. I hope you got a few bets at the weekend, and hope you was gambling sensibly. Everyone out there who's watching this content, Crew Alexander, superb. Called it on the betting show. I said Gillingham will be a team that is just not in it at the present. And Crew come up trumps. I was unlucky with Palace. How have they let that lead slip? I don't know. Twice. And a couple of others really come in, and there was nice little punts. And was really unlucky on the fourfold. Like 3 out of 4 in the National League. Wrexham, like all that money, and they can't beat Willstone at home. Shocking. But we move on, right? And this is the Tuesday night edition. It's only Tuesday's games. I will be back again for the Wednesday night's games coming up. If you are new, Randy, and you're thinking, who's this geezer with his hat on and this Cockney expression? This is me, and this is the E20 Zone TV, and please do subscribe if you are new around here and like the video. It goes a long way, and it helps me out greatly. Right, before I move on, do you know what I mean? As Scott says, yes, tough to gamble sensibly. Yeah. Big up, Fever. Thank you very much, mate. 100% agree. Let's get into it. And we'll start off with this. And it's the Champions League Tuesday night, and it's Manchester United against Villarreal, Atletico, Anderlecht versus Young Boys, and Chelsea and Juventus, both teams to score. I'll start off with Chelsea and Juventus, both teams to score. I think it's a good bet myself. I really do. I think I see goals in that game. Juve are flying, Chelsea are flying, and I just think it's a recipe for goals. For the outsider bet, I would have Chelsea both teams to score and win, but I just think both teams to score at 8 to 11. 10 to 11 is key. Anderlecht. What am I saying Anderlecht for? Atalanta. That's the team I'm after. Are performing pretty well in Serie A at present, I must admit. And even in this competition, the last 5 games, I think they're unbeaten from what I was seeing in Atalanta. It's a big game for Atalanta. If they win this, they could actually qualify out of that group. So, for me, 17 to 20 is a pretty good punt, I must admit, for a team who, when I looked at their form stats, they look pretty on it at present. And finally, Manchester United against Villarreal, which new manager bounce. And 7 to 5 for a team with all that talent, probably going to play counter-attacking football. I know Villarreal are half decent at home, but for me, I look at it like this. I think if Man United turn up and they're galvanised, 7 to 5 is a good punt. It really is for a team with that much quality. Let's have a look at the comments before I move on. Shiny G, I had an awkward weekend with my bets. Tell us, Shiny G, what happened, mate? Anyway, moving on while Shiny G carries on with his bets. We got West Brom against Blackpool, and we got Forest against Luton. I'll start off with Forest. Forest are unbeaten in 3, playing okay-ish. Against the Luton team, who I just don't rate, really. They very inconsistent. Yeah, I just don't rate them. So I think 13 to 10 is a good punt for a team who's not losing games, basically, and are pretty solid at home. West Brom played on Saturday, and they lost, sadly, against Huddersfield, I think it was. And for me, it's just one of them, really. I just think West Brom are a good shout, good punt. I think they will be on it. They need to be on it because at the end of the day, it's an important game for West Brom if they're going to progress. Obviously, Bournemouth lost the other day. West Brom have got to come back into it. And I think 17 to 20 is good value. Let's have a look at the comments. What we got? We got West Ham reunited, 500 plus people. Well done. Trust me. Richly deserved from me. This is me personally saying this. For the amount of effort and hard work you put in, you deserve it. Do you know what I mean? So fair play to you, lads. Fair play. Moving on to one of my favourite leagues, and that's League Two. And I've got Cheltenham at 29 to 20, Wigan at 5 to 6. Let's sit up here a bit. What else have I got here? Let's have a look. I'll tell you what, I'll take that off. That's better. I can see you now. Wigan 5 to 6, Ipswich versus Rotherham, both teams to score 4 to 6, and Plymouth Wickham, both teams to score at 8 to 11. I'll start off with Cheltenham. Cheltenham are away to Gillingham. Now, Gillingham, as I proved on Saturday against Crewe, they're in shit, mate. Gillingham, no players, manager that don't want to be there. Cheltenham are capable of getting a result here, right? It's 29 to 20 ain't bad for a team who's going up against a team who's basically got some of their kids out playing. So, yeah, I fancy Cheltenham in that one. I fancy Cheltenham to do a job up there and get the win. If they score first, it's all over for Gillingham, in my opinion. Moving on to Wigan against Cambridge. Wigan didn't play at the weekend. They had a spare weekend. They had, I think it was weather conditions stopped them from playing their game. And they travelled to Cambridge on Tuesday night. And I just think Wigan are a top quality side in League One. I think they're going to be go close to get going up this year. And I do believe that they will go to Cambridge and win. 5 to 6 is a tight price, but if you put it in an ACCA, I think you can easily boost your odds up there. I like Wigan. I really do. I've seen them a few times this year, and they look pretty good, I must admit. So 5 to 6 for Wigan. Moving on to Ipswich versus Rotherham. I've gone both teams to score on this one because I just can't pick a winner in it, if I'm honest. And that's 4 to 6. But I look at the game and I think that to me has got draw written all over it, in my opinion. So I don't like to back draws if I can help it. So I always try and go for the both teams to score because I always fancy the 1-1 scenario. So yeah, at 4 to 6, Rotherham score goals wherever they go, and Ipswich, home crowd, home support. It'll be a good game. I'll see goals. Finally, Plymouth against Wickham. Plymouth lost at the weekend, and Wickham, I think, lost an all. I just see another game, same scenario as Ipswich, Rotherham. Goals, and goals. Plymouth, home crowd, and obviously Wickham, they travel well-ish to a point. But do you know what? If you do want to have a punt on Plymouth to win this game at home. Maybe the distance, travelling all the way down to sort of Plymouth on a Tuesday night, it's a long journey, and it does affect teams, I must admit. I thought that with Crawley at the weekend, and Crawley proved me wrong, but there's other games where it sort of swung the other way. So, yeah, I like the both teams to score bets in both of them two selections. Before I move on, let's go into the comments. We've got done a 5-fold: Chelsea, Watford, Norwich, and Burnley to draw, and West Ham. Oh, dear Andy. Blimey. That is painful. Never back your own team, as I told Shiny G, mate. I told Shiny G this. I said, never back West Ham. I've never backed West Ham in an ACCA ever. Ever. Because I was taught a long time ago, you never back your own team. Only in single bets. Hearts in the chat for James. I don't know what it means, but obviously Jazza knows. So, yeah. I usually do well with win-lose accumulators, only getting 1 or 2 wrong out of an 8-fold. Yesterday, I called 4 matches correctly out of all the Premier League and Championship. Lesson learned. Yeah, I know, mate. We've all been there. And I backed Watford too. What price was Watford, Shiny G? Do you know what I do like? Before I move on to, I think it's League Two. I'm up to. Yes, it is League Two. I'm up to League Two. But before I move on, I like goals betting. I'll tell you what, if you like a little punt on the goals betting, like a team to score 2 goals, a team to score 1 goal. Like, I think if you was to pick out 12 teams to score 1 goal, you could easily get any odds between 10 and 18 to 1, depending on the odds, basically. Like, you can't go and put like back 1 to 5s, 1 to 10s, but you can go back 2 to 9s and 1 to 3s, and it soon adds up. That's a very, very good punt, that is, honestly. And I bet that's constantly going on all the time. And it's like, you can either win it in the first half or you can win it in the 90th minute. It's like continuous bet, basically. But Scott just put it there, 5 to 1, Watford, which is a good punt. Now, if you would have backed Watford to score 2 goals there, just 2 goals on his own, you would have got 5 to 1, or you would have got 9 to 2, maybe. Because the goals betting is what I seem to do all right on, I must admit. I've had it numerous times where you back goals. I don't back the team to win or lose. I just back goals. I think, for example, Palace the other day to go up to Burnley, I think them to score 2 goals was something like 5 to 2. Like, it was ridiculous. Or it was 5 to 2, 2 to 1, something around that mark. So what it is, you're literally backing. You're not backing a team. So your team, if they lose, if they draw 2-2, you still cop the bet, sort of thing. So yeah, it's always a good thing to remember. It'd be interesting to do a little show on that also. But moving on to League Two, Northampton against Oldham, Forest Green against, who are they against? They're against Barrow, and Swindon against Hartlepool. I'll start off with Swindon. Swindon flying at the minute. They're one of my tips to go up. They've got Hartlepool, long journey, Tuesday night, travelling down. I fancy Swindon at 17 to 20. That's my gold bet of the week after midweek. I mean, it is. Seriously, I'm all over Swindon. I think Swindon are a top team. They're right up there, and I think they're about 5th in the league, I think, if I remember rightly. And I fancy them to do Hartlepool at home, 100%. You got Forest Green at 4 to 5 at home to Barrow. Same thing again. Long distance. You've got a team that's all the way up in Cumbria, travelling all the way down to I think it's like Gloucestershire, and 4 to 5 is like, it's great. Now, you could be brave and you could leave it 20 minutes, then back Forest Green. But if Forest Green score an early goal, then that is good night for 4 to 5. So yeah, I think that's a good punt. And finally, Northampton at home against Oldham. I do rate Northampton. Oldham are shocking, really are shocking. And I do like the treble there of all three. So if you fancy the treble in there, you've got 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and 17 to 20. Looking at about 5.5, 6 to 1, I think that is. I think it's even higher than that. 4 to 5, 3 to 4, even 2, 2, 3. Yeah, it's between 6 and 8 to 1, I reckon. So yeah, if you fancy a little treble there, go with the League Two selections of all three. But Swindon is the gold bet for me, 100%. Moving back into the comments, what have we got here? Watching, let's get 10 likes. Give us a thumbs up if you give us a subscribe if you like my content. Obviously, if you watched it on Saturday, I got a really couple of good ones in. And I was very unlucky with Palace, I must admit. I was fuming about that. But moving on to, finally, National League. Yet again, the league I love to bits for backing. And I've got some interesting games in this one, really are. Chesterfield are the best team in the league, for me, by a country mile. They've got one of the best strikers in the league, and they are a very good outfit. They're 4 to 7 at home against Cheltenham, I think it is. Yes, correct, Cheltenham. And basically, I just think this is an absolute no-brainer. Right? I don't like to give this a goal bet because the price is terrible. Right? 4 to 7, right? It's just too predictable. But if you want to bet on them, have a bet on them to score 2 goals or more. I think they rolled out Cheltenham, no problem. I'd be shocked if they don't. At home, they're a good side, good outfit. So yeah, go with Chesterfield for that. Moving on to Southend against Maidenhead. And Maidenhead are one of the worst teams I've seen. I've seen them live. I told you at the weekend. I said, who did they play the weekend, Maidenhead? I think they played Boreham Wood and got absolutely obliterated against Boreham Wood, which I called. I said they will back Boreham Wood over 2.5 goals in Ewell Cop. Absolute steal for me. Really was. Maidenhead are poor. Their goalkeeper's poor. Their defence is poor. And I fancy Southend at 23-20, home crowd, new manager to nick this game. I was unlucky the other week with them, but I think as time's going on, eventually it's going to click. And I think this is the game which will be a good shout for them. I really do. And finally, Boreham Wood at home against Notts County. Boreham Wood are 8-5. And for me, Boreham Wood's one of the best sides I've seen live. Now, I went to Boreham Wood with my local team when it was the international break. They literally ripped my local team apart. And they're another one. Great manager for National League level. Really good squad of players. They're scoring goals. They're not conceding many goals. Notts County are a name in the league, but they're not. They don't. Their name doesn't match their ability. So I like this bet at 8-5. Boreham Wood. Yet again, Boreham Wood are 8-5 to win the game. So if you fancy him to score 2 goals, I think you get pretty much the similar price, 8-5. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I like Boreham Wood. I think Boreham Wood could do a job there, and basically we will see what happens with that punt. But I do think Boreham Wood will give Notts County problems yet again. Long journey down from Nottingham all the way to Hertfordshire to play a game. So the journeys do matter, especially in the National League, because they don't have time to sort of, what's the word? Excuse me, stay overnight, so to speak. They come down, they play the game, and they go. So yeah, that is my punts for Tuesday. Right, any comments in the chat? There's no one in the chat. So if anyone's got any comments or anything, fire them in there and we will have a chat about it. The bet I do, because I've learned a lot through doing the bets that I do, I try and wrap up my bets in fold betting. I think fold betting is the way forward. If you like a punt on goals and things like that, back 1 goal. It is such a good punt. It's such a good bet. I look at it like this. I look at the 1 goal betting. If you know your football and you follow football like I do, up and down the land and things like that, you can still you can earn some decent money out of it. You can. We've got here West Ham United. Fuck playing in a cold night in Stoke in this weather. 100%, mate. And I know you're having a bit of banter there about Stoke and everything. It's very, very true. No one really wants to come down and start playing the piss in the rain or freezing cold at the end of November. Do you know what I mean? It'd be interesting to know, and put it in the comments below, if anyone who's watching, how much you stake on a weekend bet. That'd be an interesting insight. That's what I'd like to know. When you get a bit more of a following, would you consider teaching us a bit? Yeah, mate, no worries. Listen, I've got 210 subscribers. I'm happy. I would like to get to 1,000, but it's going to be a long time before I do that. Do you know what I mean? But if I can nick 1 or 2 subscribers each time, yeah, you can sort of go around it. Do you know what I mean? What I'll be interested in is I would like people to do like a little friendly punt, right? And put it in the comment section below. If you're watching this for the first time, when you look at the weekend football, you're looking on your phone, right? What I want you to do is I want you to pick out 10 games, yeah, where one team will score. So say, for example, West Ham are playing Tottenham, and I said, right, West Ham score 1 goal. So if you had West Ham score 1 goal, Man United, Man City, Manchester United to score 1 goal, etc. Moving on. So basically, 10 between 10 and 15 teams to do that. And what I'll do, I will do like charity bet, and if it wins, I will donate it to charity. I will do a charity bet, and I will do the same bet myself personally, and I will start doing little punts like that because they are very good. It's also nice to have different insights. One of my subscribers, don't stop music. He's very good at his punting. He reads things and he's like he knows what he's talking about also. So yeah. What we got here, let's have a look. We got I'll do a maximum of I'll do an accumulator. Maximum I'll do is an ACCA is a 5 now. Yeah, I agree. Best way to be, Andy. I usually do a 20 £20 fivefold and wrap it in folds. So I do trebles, doubles, and fivefolds. It works out £1.25 trebles, £1.25 fourfolds, £1.25 £1.25 fivefold. So if you cop the treble and you've got good prices, you get your money back. If you get the fourfold, you get a nice little earner over a one, 120, 130, something like that. Obviously, if you get the fivefold, you're getting everything: trebles, trebles, fourfolds, fivefolds. It could be anything up to 500-600 quid, and it's like a risk, like no risk bet, so to speak. It's because what it is, how many times have we always been done by one team? Like I got done out of one team for 80 grand, and that nearly killed me. So yeah, that's a long time ago. I've never been serious. I just joined an app, and after an app for free betting, bet small and hackers for fun. Yeah, I agree, mate. Best way to be, Johnny G. And yeah, 25, limit of 25 a week on my Sky Bet account, deleted. The rest, yeah, I agree. Get fever to 1,000. Power to the people. So what you got there? You got sounds good fever. £5. I'm £5 to 20 each week. Yeah, I do about 40 quid a week, like on the weekend, on all different stuff. If I win directly from a tip, I want to give you a drink out of it. Nah. Listen, mate, just get me subscribers, bruv. That's all I ask for. Tell your friends about me. That's all I'm interested. I hit that out of interest once, and and it cleaned out my balance. Now just hit me with subscribers, mate. More subscribers, that's like buying me a drink yourself. So yeah, listen. There's ways of doing things like with different punts and all that. Obviously, when it comes to football, yeah, there's win, lose, draw. But I do like the games. I do like certain sports where there's no draw involved. Snooker, darts, tennis is a good little earner. I've had a lot of money out of tennis over the years, I must admit. And just to back silly things like two women to win a tennis match, and I could easily nick about 100 quid out of it, considering. So yeah. Let me get into it. Let's have a look. If your mouth dries a boat, we should get 5 of us or something to pick one team each. Pick them all, put the money in the good work out of a nice winner. Andy, pick one team each of them, all put money in good work as a nice week. Yeah. Oh, I understand what you're saying there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to do that, mate. You know what I mean? I 100% do that, and it'd be like a nice little thing. Right, I'm up for that. No worries, mate. We've got here Scotty Venn, right? Who I look forward to meeting in the near future. A few from stateside coming back. We've had a few requests. I would do it, mate, but it's just people are just so hard work, just so hard to get hold of. Do you know what I mean? They just really are. So it's just one of them ones, really. I'm up for doing it. So yeah. So, but yeah, if you want to do that, just obviously put your if you're on Twitter, hit up Andy. Andy hit me up, and we're just we'll do a little WhatsApp group or Facebook group, or do you know what I mean? Whatever. It's also good. So yeah, the lovely Katie K is always available. You see, which never comes on my show, Scott. She never comes on my show, mate. But yeah, listen. Different horses for different courses. At the end of the day, I've got some cracking bets for Cheltenham. If you like your Cheltenham betting, I've started to follow a few people on social media, and I know a few tipsters myself who are pretty decent and they know what they're talking about. And yeah, I'm starting to get onto the Cheltenham scene now for next March. I know it's a long way off, but the prices are unreal. Right, I've seen prices on Cheltenham go from 25, 30 to 1, right, or 33 to 1, sorry, down into even money. And because you're punting it early. So I'll be looking at that. And when I start getting a few together, I'll put something on there and everyone can go through it. But yeah, that is, I'm going to wrap it up and leave it at that. But yeah, if you want to do that, obviously put it in the comment section below, your teams, your won goals and things like that. The goals betting is the way forward, though. If I'm being truthfully honest, if you want to do betting, because how many times have you started off and your team's absolutely ruined after the first 20 minutes, like 2-0 down, and you're chasing the game? But the goals betting is always value. It is always value. I wouldn't recommend it any other way. Yeah, we'll get a little group going on WhatsApp. No worries, mate. Andy, you take care of yourself, mate. And yeah, listen. I think where there's a lot of goals now, especially with VAR, I think the game's getting faster, and even the National League. Like we have seen games in National League, and the game's like backwards and forwards. It's a good shout, trust me. You want to try and stay away from full times, really, because full time, as someone who I know has turned around and said to me, the bookies love a full time bet because it's basically win, lose, draw. So technically, you're up against it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you just gotta make sure that when you're having a punt, go with it. How you doing, Callum? My family's from Wales, by the way. So yeah, I think that says hello, James lad. I think that says, if I remember rightly. But yeah, hope you're well, son. But yeah, so that's been me on the betting show. I've gone on a bit longer than I expected, but we've had a good chat about it. And yeah, and I agree with that. This final comment from Shawnee G. We saw yesterday, nothing is certain, 100%, mate. And let's be honest, if I said to you, 2 goals Brentford, 2 goals Palace, 2 goals Watford, 2 goals Villa, you're talking a lot of money. And you haven't even got to back them to win. Do you know what I mean? Just got to back the goals. So you do get games where the goals are flying. And in some weekends, there's nothing there. So it's just knowing when to back it, basically. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's been me. I'll be back this week. I've got a lot coming up this week. I've sorted out my schedule. I was considering doing a show tonight about Issa Diop, but I've decided to leave it. I thought I'd do this betting show, get it out of the way. But yeah, do you know what I mean? He says, no, lad, no, I'm English, lad. It said, but yeah, but Callum, you just keep being you, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, I'll if you want me to do a show on Issa, I'll rig it up and we'll get talking about Issa right now. If not, no worries. Scott's being Scott as per usual. Like, comment, and subscribe. You mother. Yeah, nice one, Scott. I've probably got 100 subscribers now by that comment, but Is what it is, bruv. Is what it is. But yeah, listen, they've been my punts. I'll quickly go through them. You're a big Man City fan, mate. Fair play to you, mate. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I will do an Easter one. I'll do it quickly, but I just want to go through this quickly, and then I'll rig it up and do an Easter Diop one. So we'll start this. For this one, for Champions League quickly, Manchester United, I fancy this one. I think they're going to be up for it. Manager bounce. Say no more. For the Championship, I think it's an hard one, but I would say West Brom against Blackpool because of the talent they've got. Moving on to League One. I'm going to say in this one, Cheltenham. I think Gillingham literally are shocking at the minute. You've got a manager that doesn't even want to be there. So, Cheltenham for me. I haven't even got to say it. Swindon all day long. Absolute gold bet. There'd be a lot of money from me going on that, for sure. I fancy them all day long, and that price won't stay there for long. That will go into at least 4 to 6, 4 to 7 at the start of play. And finally, Chesterfield is the one, but my one is Southend. I think this is the game for Southend to get off to with a win. New manager, Maiden are absolutely shocking, and I'll be stunned if Maiden get anything out of that game. I've seen them 2 times, and they've been absolutely woeful. So, yeah, that is my punts for Tuesday night. Final comments. Sorry, mate. Thank you very much for watching. Anyway, I'll be back shortly for an Easter Diop show. Take care. Bye for now.